Greetings YouTube and welcome back to another vlog. It's been a very long time since I last done one of these. I wanted to take a little bit of break from doing the vlogs because the last couple of vlogs I've done, I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it. I lost a lot of that passion, but I'll tell you what, taking a hiatus away from it certainly does make a massive difference because you end up getting bored of it and you just don't feel like if you have anything to talk about. But I'm certainly back. I'm back to doing them. But like I say, I probably won't do as many vlogs like I did from like last year and even 2024. But like I say, if something becomes too regular, you start to lose interest. So I will try and I'll still upload vlogs, but I will try and not do too many of them, if that makes any sense. Because, like I say, I'll probably run out of stuff to talk about. So yeah, I hope everyone is doing alright. As you can tell, like last month I did videos on Sega Mega Drive music. But now I just thought I'd just do a normal vlog. Well, stop waffling, just get on with the show. But anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. So yeah, I haven't really done an awful lot in regards to YouTube other than those Mega Drive videos. I was planning on doing more stuff, but I don't know, stuff just got on top of me. Stuff like that can't be helped. Everyone goes through phases. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick vlog, an update of sorts. So the vlogs will be back. I probably won't do as many of them as I used to, but they'll still come out. And yeah, the next time I do a vlog, I will have pickups. Haven't got anything to show this time, so I just thought I'd just come on here and waffle. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm wearing the Liverpool third kit from this season. I really like this one because it's like the old. It's got the old Liverpool crest from like the one that they had during the 1980s and early 90s. Yeah, it's a bit like the 1991 away kit with like the green, and it's a long sleeve as well. I usually go for short sleeve football shirts if possible, but I like the look at the long sleeve one more, so here we go, I'm in that. And I've got Hugo Ekitike on the back of the shirt. And of course got the Premier League Champions crest on the sleeve. Well, we're definitely not winning the Premier League. And all we could do now is just qualify for the Champions League. And all I can say about Arne Slot is slot out. You that's all I need to say. But you get some people say, "Oh, but he won us the Premier League title this year. Oh, the injuries." Now that excuse doesn't wash with me. Either you win or you fuck off. It's Liverpool Football Club. We're the most successful team in England, and obviously a club like us and all the other big clubs have to like retain those standards. Otherwise, you're going to become a club like Everton, which is my dad's team. They haven't won a trophy since 1995. But, you know what? Yeah, people are just happy with mediocrity. I don't know, just do one. Okay, that sounds a bit harsh, but I don't know. I haven't got time for people like that. I really do not have the patience for those kinds of mutants who will accept shit. But we've had a difficult season. Yeah, I know, but just because we've had a difficult season. Steven? Who the fuck is Steven? I wish we still had Steven Gerrard playing for us, that's for sure. Yeah, the season's been a disaster. Yeah, just as I say, we will now just get Champions League because Chelsea have dropped silly points. It's not mathematically secured that we've got Champions League football, but I think we've got it. But it's not good enough because the aim for the season was to not just to not trying to not only retain the Premier League title, but to hopefully win one of the other cups too, whether it be Champions League, League Cup, FA Cup. Yeah, that didn't go well, did it? Yeah, because we had Man City in the FA Cup. Oh yeah, my glasses are a bit skewed. There we go. But yeah, we had Man City in the FA Cup, and we got absolutely bopped off the park by them. Yeah, we lost 4-0, and that scoreline was very, very flattering. So that's that. But yeah, it's been a shit show of a season. Yes, we got further in the Champions League. Last season, we got to the last 16. This time round, we got to the quarterfinals and got knocked out by the same team who beat us in the last 16, which is PSG. And did anyone watch the PSG versus Bayern Munich game on Tuesday night? That was what you call a classic, yeah. The game finished 5-4 to PSG in the first leg. So yeah, the second leg is at the Allianz Arena, which is the home ground of Bayern Munich. And then last night we saw Arsenal and Atletico Madrid get a pretty well. It was a fucking boring game. Let's put it bluntly. It was a boring as fuck game. It finished 1-0. Both the goals were penalties. Arsenal made it 1-0 just before the half-time penalty from Victor Gyökeres, and then Atletico Madrid got a penalty of their own in the second half. The former Man City player Julian Alvarez. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, both those teams, fucking hell, they played some of the most boringest football going. I didn't even watch all the game because, honestly, I could feel my eyes getting heavy watching it. It was sleep-induced, and I'll tell you what, it was just an absolute... it was a bore fest. It was so fucking boring that it's like... In fact, it's... I know, you know the saying, it's like watching it, you'd rather watch paint dry. Yeah, this was fucking paint watching football dry. That's how drab it was. And yeah, and congratulations to Coventry City for getting promoted back into the Premier League. It's been far too long for them. Yeah, and he's done a fantastic job with them, getting them promoted with, Frank Lampard. Yeah, he's done a good job. So we shall see who else gets promoted to the Premier League. I'm thinking the other teams that they'll get automatically promoted be Ipswich. Though there's other teams that are in the playoff. Well, with Middlesbrough and Millwall, they've all but got playoff football anyway. There's Hull City. Yeah, who else? I mentioned Middlesbrough, Millwall, Hull, Southampton. Yeah, they were 17th to begin with at the start of the season. They had a poor start after themselves being relegated to the Championship from the Premier League last season. And but then there's other teams that are trying to get into it, like Derby County and Wrexham, who of course are owned by Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, I couldn't give a shit about. I mean, I've got nothing against Wrexham, but fucking hell, that club is so fucking Americanized. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's not the Wrexham that a lot of Wrexham supporters know. However, if they get promoted to the Premier League, they wouldn't care. And you know what? Fair enough if they get promoted. I just don't like the way I just don't like the Americanization of it. All Hollywood and all that lot. It's taking away. It feels like as if it's taking away the club's like heritage, like like I say, because it's from Wrexham is from North Wales. Yeah, it just feels like I don't know. And something about Wrexham just doesn't. I don't know. Something just doesn't sit right with me with that club. I can't put my finger on it. But then people are just saying, "Oh yeah, the Man City of the Championship and all that lot because of the way they've invested, the way they've put investment into the club." Yeah, but listen, that's why. But it's football nowadays. I know people complain about certain football teams. Ain't gonna change anything. If anything, your complaining is just encouraging them more to do what they're doing. and it works. It works. So that's really. Oh yeah, actually, Leicester City 10 years ago they produced one of the greatest shocks of all time in sports, not just in football. When they won the Premier League title in 2015-16 under Claudio Ranieri. Um, 5 years ago, they won their very first ever FA Cup when they beat Chelsea in the final, and then it's been going downhill since for Leicester. There was one season they got relegated, then they came back up to the Premier League. They were relegated from the Premier League last year. This year, yeah, they got one much further. I know everyone, including myself, said they would get out the Champions League. Well, not in the way that we expected, because I assumed that Leicester will win the Championship and come straight back up. Oh no! Guess what they've done? Not only did they get relegated from the Premier League last season, they got relegated from the Championship this season. Yeah, so they'll be playing in League One for the first time in 17 years. So, I mean, what the hell's going on? But like I say, I'm trying to think what year it was. Might have been 2018 when their owner died in a helicopter crash outside the King Power Stadium, because that's where Leicester play. The club has been on a downward trajectory since then, but they did have the FA Cup success 5 years ago, so here's one of them. So yeah, how have things been on YouTube? I tell you what, like I say, I lost a lot of motivation with doing the vlogs for a couple of months. And like I said, it was mostly down to me. I just wasn't up for it. I just didn't have the same self esteem as I once did. I lost a bit of that motivation. One of the main factors to that, one of the factors that added to my annoyance, and again, I'm not gonna blame anyone for this. It's YouTube fucking channels up again. The last couple of videos I've done, guess how many comments I've had? I mean, I'm not including like the replies that I added to them. Guess how many comments I usually get on the video now? I used to be able to get up to like, 5-6 videos. The last fucking videos I've done, guess how many replies I got? And this isn't a joke. 1. From one channel. And you know what? I appreciate all the support and everything. I like that. But I'll be honest with you, I've had a lot of comments are hidden. And then sometimes I try and look into finding the comments myself. And I can't find them. I can't. I'm sick and tired of this. It's getting to the point where it's like as if, YouTube is killing off interaction. You have to be squeaky clean. You have to say things how they are. Because if you don't, you're a bad person. So you have to do what the algorithm tells you to do instead of being an actual human being. Oh, it's because you swear in your videos and all that lot. Well, you have to express yourself some way or another. I know some people do things differently and they don't like swearing. I get that. Everyone's different. But the thing is, if you're not true to yourself, then you might as well not exist. I know that sounds a bit mean, but I'm sorry. I'm sick and tired of people putting on fake personalities that everyone, even people with an IQ of -10, can see through it. What's the harm in just being yourself? Oh, if you don't do what YouTube says, oh no, we'll make it hard. We'll make it harder for you to not only gain subscribers, but we'll also make it harder for your videos to get to cross. Even if you put hashtags and stuff like that in the videos, sometimes it makes a difference, but more often than not, it does fuck all. What do you want me to do? Clickbait videos? Oh yeah, what should I call it? LFC Gamer is back with a vlog. Here's what happened. Yeah, it's obviously shit. It sounds like that. Here's what happened. It got worse. Yeah, he has an explosive rant. Yeah, explosive in capital letters. And then you got these thumbnails like, oh no, shock. What the fuck? It looks like I've got bloody hay fever. Don't to be fair, I do in fucking spring. Like, eyes and my nose are itchy. Like, oh my god, he's such and such has been exposed. Yeah, shock, horror. Yeah, all that bloody. All that. Then you have these ones where they have to. Where you can see, like, the eyes, like, wide open, like, beyond wide. Like, you can see right into the pupils and the veins in their eyes. Yeah, these clickbait thumbnails. And then you have to make the whites of their eyes super duper white. And then the colour of the eyes, well, my eyes are brown. But then you have people like, blue eyes, let's make it more blue and make it look more unrealistic as possible. Yay. We'll use AI in my videos. Fan-fucking-tastic. Well, I'm not going to do that because I've got standards. I'm not fucking lowering myself to a bloody... I'm not lowering myself to using those sorts of things. I don't know in it. Yeah, it's like the people aren't very creative. Just nowadays, just it's type in a prompt and voila, you get whatever you want. Or they go, oh look at that, there's Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is performing with the Beatles. Yeah, fucking AI videos like that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There was one I seen. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was an AI video that popped in my feed once I fucking got rid of it. It was something like Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley jumped on stage with the Beatles, and here's what happened. Or another one. Oh yeah, Jimi Hendrix walked into Abbey Road Studios, and he helped the Beatles write a song and all that bollocks. Yeah, that's what AI does now. It's scary, but it's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely minging. I can't lie. But yeah, as I say, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just watching my usual streams if and when I got the time. Like Meister, obviously, my mate Del Boy, his videos and all that. Like I just like watching stuff like that. I watch some of the football channels, like some of my favourite ones on YouTube. Like obviously Anfield Agenda, Shane Gooner, and a few others. I will quickly address once I address something because let's be honest with you, I don't know. I'll just say there's one channel who I used to have high regard for, and I used to obviously praise him. But you know what? And like I said, I still respect the guy. But I don't know. I just don't really enjoy his videos all that much anymore. And that is Lee Gunner. And the thing is, the guy, when it comes to football content, like football videos for Arsenal, the guy, he's an absolute legend. There's no ifs and buts about that. But when he's getting involved in drama and all that lot, and he's been getting involved into quite a bit of it recently, it's not for me. I'd rather stay away from that sort of stuff. I'm not interested in that. I just want to hear his thoughts on the game of football. I mean, sometimes you can have a good laugh, a good chin wag, stuff like that. That's fantastic. But then when he's getting into drama, or as he call it, beefs, when he call it beef with like other channels where they're having like a massive argument, and yeah, it's all it is pointless point scoring. Yeah, saying oh you're drunk, you're this, you're that. Oh, you're a cokehead and all that lot. I'm not interested. I know people like I say. What's my thoughts on it? Honestly, it doesn't concern me because, like I say, what people do with their own lives, like I say, it's no one else's business but theirs. So that's it. I don't tell people how to live their life, nor would I expect people to do nor would I expect people to do the same with me. I mean, unless it's like a doctor or a dietitian. Sometimes they say things that could help you. Most of the time, it makes no odds. But like I say, it's your body. Do whatever you like. And then you get people saying stuff like, "Oh, but he needs help. He's an alcoholic." Well, listen. Hmm, hmm. It's no, it like I said, it's none of your business. I mean, fair enough. It's great with people giving helpful advice and all that, but sometimes the advice, while it can be needed, sometimes there are times when it isn't necessary. It just isn't necessary. So yeah, but like I say, the drama side of it, I'm not interested. But I will say though, Lee, he's still a real one. Like I say, I don't really watch his channel much nowadays. But like I say, if you're an Arsenal fan and if you like honest opinions, I still recommend his channel. I would. Like I say, I don't watch his channel much nowadays, but listen, like I say, if there's still a channel that I recommend, honestly I will say it. You just YouTube it and all that lot. But then you have people like taking stuff out of context and making people make them look out to be worse than what they are. Nah, I don't do that. I'm just like, I'm here for a good time. I don't want to be wrapped up in negativity. There's too much of it going on in the world, so that's really it. So, what else should I talk about? Yeah. Oh yeah, as you can tell, I've changed the angle and I'm using a different. Well, I've changed like some of the settings and I've used a different camera, so hopefully things are a lot better than what they are. Because the last couple of times I used OBS, it's been an absolute pain in the ass. Keeps crashing, freezing. I don't know. I've done all sorts, like reinstalled it and all that. Sometimes it works, other times it just crashes on me. And then you go into all the settings like the encoder and all that. Sometimes it's good, and other times your computer doesn't like it. Blech. We don't like that. So yeah, it's a right pain in the ass. I know it's more stressful than being in the waiting room of the dentist. Like that's if you don't like dentists. So yeah, that's all I can really say. If I'm being honest with you, just a quick little vlog. I hope to be back with another one very soon because, like I said, there'll be pickups and all that. I'm still waiting for them to arrive in the post. If I if they'd come earlier, if she'd have come earlier, if they'd have come earlier, it would have been all. I would have done it today. I would have shown them off today, but hey, it's one of them things. So yeah, right. I think I better call it an end here. I've enjoyed coming back on camera, just talking. I needed to take a break from it, but like I say, it's good to be back. Like I say, if you end up becoming too familiar with one thing, like you feel like it's your obligation to do vlogs, just don't do it in your own time. Do it when you're up for it, when you're in the right frame of mind. So yeah, I will see you all very soon. Until then, have a good day and take care.